Finally finding your people?
Amazon want you to find your people, to see where it takes you.
See where it takes you.
But when it comes to your opinion, they really don't give a shit. They released a new trailer for Rings of Power a couple of days ago, and since that time, they've already jumped into action and seemingly been deleting comments en masse. The vast majority of them. Clearly, they were annoyed by all the videos of the previous trailer, where people kept catching them in the act, just deleting tens of thousands in one go. So this time they thought, hey, we might as well do it right from the start. It's not as if these idiots are gonna realize, are they? Oops.
To all the fans who go deep.
The problem they've got is that people stream their page as the trailer comes out, and so all these numbers are recorded. And yet still, something really weird is going on with the number, to the point where they could potentially have deleted 89% of all the comments posted if we assume the same comment velocity that we see from the first stream here, which is from Nerdrotic's Nuna yesterday. As you can see on his stream, they had 60,969 views, with total comments of 506. Now, if you take the total number divided by the comments, you got the amount of views per comment, which is 120.5. Okay? All good so far. The comment number is a little bit low compared to my videos, but I'm just going to assume this is true, because already when you dig into the rest of it, it's bad enough, quite frankly, because then you get to about 10:40 AM my time when someone first told me that the comments were getting deleted, and here, we have 309,290 comments, so a lot more. We should surely expect significantly more comments, right? No. There's only 287 of them now. That's just over half of the comments that the video had, when it had 61,000 views. And whereas before you expected about 120 views per comment, now the number's gone up to 1,077 views per comment for this video. Almost 9 times more views to get one comment. Something's a little bit off, isn't it? I don't know to anyone else, but to me, that screams a little bit fishy. Because even if you wanted to say that, oh, just no one's commenting on the video because they're sending it off to third-party websites where they can't access their comments, at some point, you're going to have to explain how the numbers have gone backwards, because you're supposed to expect them to go up. And if you just do the ratio of views to views and comments to comments, you would have expected 2,567 comments. Not 287, which means if you assume the same comment velocity over time, they've deleted 89% of all comments that anyone made. So maybe the numbers are a little bit off and they advertise a little bit, but some dodgy stuff has gone on in this page. You can even show that by if I just do a refreshed version, we get 328,471, and it's got up to 432, and if I just take the difference in views and comment ratio between these two tabs, we end up with 132 views per comment, which is a lot closer to 120 than 1,077. I mean, come on. And you want to know the best bit? Even when massive amounts of comments have just vanished off into the ether, the comments that are left still aren't any good. We've got people talking about vandalizing Tolkien. Lists of entire franchises that have been destroyed, just in case anyone thinks we should give this a chance till season 3. I thought the kid was cosplaying as a Jedi, let's face it. It's probably going to be as good as Kenobi. And of course, the old twisting elves into orcs, but my personal favourite, but I'm not an elf, how can I be a fan? Which is an interesting idea, isn't it? Oh, they're so concerned about the chemical makeup of someone's skin, and yet completely ignoring the fact that this person is an entirely different species. Call me crazy, but if we can only be represented by someone who's literally an embodiment of us on the screen, I'm not really sure that an elf fits the bill. Which brings up the key flaw in all Hollywood ideology. The difference between representation and relatability. Representation has to mean it's you. You physically have to be on the screen. Now, Hollywood are a massive bunch of discriminatory bigots, and that's why they like to reduce all of humanity down to one single part of their physical humanity, and then just goes, you're represented by this, which is what really just exposes them for exactly what they are. That's why the people that scream about representation have always been weird. It's like, what? You think that elf represents you, do you? The person that can fight, go around a magical kingdom, is an elf, and can catch arrows, really represents you. The person that spends their entire life on Twitter clutching their pearls and trying to get people banned because they've said a word that offends your fifis. But with all that said, you can relate to anybody. You can relate to all humans, but you can also relate to the struggles of robots in movies or animals. This is how humans work. You can put yourself into somebody else's shoes without being that person. It's called not being a psychopath. And yet, strangely, not being a psychopath seems to be something that Hollywood really struggles with. And yet, somehow, it's everybody else which is in the wrong. Everyone that doesn't agree with them. Everyone that doesn't fall in line. And for those people, yeah, those people must be removed, their comments deleted. We don't want any actual opinions from the people who actually care about something. No, we can only actually have the comments of people who say exactly what we want. Now, we could just turn off the comments. That would be an idea, but it would also harm us in the algorithm. So simultaneously, we want our cake and eat it. I mean, YouTube's already gone and removed the dislikes. That definitely helps them. How soon before comments stop affecting the algorithm, eh? That way, all of the major corporations can safely silence people in peace without having to pay someone to, delete thousands of comments. And we have reached a stage where someone deleting this amount of comments this often could well require someone to actually be employed to do it. That is how much they care about censorship. The fact that they will dedicate so much time to making sure that other people aren't allowed to say their own opinion. And we saw that with the original trailer. Now over 30 million views, and the comments are around 50,000. But at one point, that was over 82,000, and it didn't just go from 82 down to 50. No, it kept getting chunks and then going back up, refilling the entire number, because they found out people don't like it, actually, when you delete their comments, and they go back and make these same comments. And so the same happened here. The comments went up, and then another wave would come, and they'd remove them all over again, trying to wait days or even weeks sometimes before they did the next one, trying not to get caught. And due to that, so many more comments have been removed than if you just compare it to the old 82,000 to this one. It's really at a point where they deleted over half of the comments that were made on this. So it's not a surprise then that they went and started doing it to the Alf trailer as well. What is different is they've done it so early. No sooner had the trailer been released than they were already deleting comments. They do not care if anyone knows about this. The mask is entirely off. If you make comments against the trailer, they're just gonna come and take them down. Although it turns out, even when you do that, every single new comment is just another comment that you don't want actually showing about the trailer in the first place. That's the funny thing about the comments. Any comment which is like 14 hours old is, oh, it's very cool to meet your people. What a beautiful soundtrack. 18 hours ago, as a fellow Tolkien fan, I appreciate the video. Some still took through, like, the Ent totally looks like a babyface. It's totally a kid's movie. I'm not really sure having your new major TV series renowned for being a kid's movie is a good look either, to be honest. But overall, the old comments are good. The music sounds amazing. Great video. Took me back to my childhood. Wow. I mean, just wow. That one could go either way, couldn't it? But then you sort by new, you know, the ones they haven't had a chance to remove yet, and you get, I recalled an old saying about flogging a dead horse, trash, the earth needs less Amazon, why do Americans have to ruin? Fandom does have a limit. IPs can be bought, but they don't come with the heart of the fans. This is ridiculous. Why do you hate Professor Tolkien that much? Right on! Good job! Why are you using them in an emotionally manipulative ad? Don't give them viewership. Glad to see this. The world needs more comedy. I'm surprised the comments haven't been disabled yet. The difference between the old comments that are allowed to stay and the new comments, which are appearing all of the time, are stark. And it shows exactly why Amazon felt they needed to remove them, because we can't allow somebody else to disagree with us. If they're actually going to the effort to remove the comments, if they're going to the effort of actually paying someone enough that they will delete tens of thousands of comments over multiple weeks, then it does show that comments have an impact. You have an impact. And actually people talking about this stuff has an impact. I know there's a lot of people that say, I don't know why you talk about this. Why do you talk about things you don't like? And the answer is because it works. Personally, I do enjoy watching terrible TV because I find it hilarious to take the piss out of. There's definitely ways that you can still extract entertainment value from something, but the benefits of talking about something which is awful are numerous. Not only are the people on YouTube all the time saying, I went looking for reviews and all I found was positive, 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 and I'm looking at it thinking this is awful, and I thought I was going insane until I found somebody who also thought like I did. That is a benefit of its own. And a second one is that they really care about it. So they wouldn't come in and delete tens of thousands of comments if they didn't think it mattered, if it wasn't making an impact. And as you can see, the original number of comments was at about 10:40 a.m. this morning UK time, and it's now 5:40 p.m. and we've only just got over the original number of comments after they deleted them. I wonder when the next band wave will be. And they wouldn't do those band waves if they didn't have an effect, if they didn't think that actually it was impacting people, if they didn't think it was swaying opinion. Because there's an opinion out there that people only have the opinions they're given. You know, the algorithm is making you think that, not anything else. And they also think that that's what happens down in the comments. If people read a load of comments saying that this is bad, then obviously they will think the show is bad when they see it. And if they see a load of people going, this is glorious, they'll also think the show is glorious. These aren't people that think the show can stand on its own 2 feet. These are people that think they have to create some kind of hype around it, some kind of mass social attitude, just so it can convince people who otherwise may have had a different opinion if they'd just spoken to somebody else's first. Personally, I find the entire idea of all of it incredibly offensive. But also, it shows how insecure they are. They know they're not respecting the law, because otherwise they wouldn't need to delete the comments about it. They wouldn't need to come out and make trailers, which actually have nothing to do with the TV show at all, which is always one of the worst advertisements. No one's going to watch it because of this. If you want people to watch your show when you have an advertisement for it, it should probably include footage of the show. I mean, call me crazy, but I think that's what you do if you are confident about the product you have. They don't seem to be, do they? You could disprove all of the people in the comments just by making a good show, just by showing them a trailer which gives them what they want. And for some reason, you already know you can't do that, which means you know exactly what your TV show is, you know what it's going to be, and you know it's not what people are going to want. And so, hey, may as well get our little practice sessions in now with the censorship and the marketing. May as well already start shutting people up. Because we can say, yeah, we want you to find your people. We want you to see where it takes you. But we only want it to take you down one single line. Because if you go down any other path at all, we're going to ban you. We're going to shut you up and we're going to delete everything you say. Because at the end of the day, Amazon don't care what people have to say about their show. They don't care about their opinions, and they won't care about their reviews. Because apparently, if you disagree with them, then they don't even think you're worth the pixels on their page. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe. More videos like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.